today's lesson, we are going to learn about Luke chapter 6, verse 37 to verse 42. And this part is under the part of Sermon on the Plain. And then today's topic, we are going to learn about judging others. Alright, so let's learn about what Jesus teach about judging others. Alright, so let's look at verse 37 until verse 38 first. Do not judge others, and God will not judge you. Do not condemn others, and God will not condemn you. Forgive others, and God will forgive you. Give to others, and God will give to you. Indeed, you will receive a full measure, a generous helping poured into your hand. All that you can hold, the measure you use for others is the one that God will use for you. Alright, this whole part from verse 37 until verse 38, it talks about, or maybe it asks us not to judge others, not to condemn others, and we must forgive other people, and of course we must give to others also. Why? Because when we don't judge other people, God won't judge us also. And when we don't condemn other people, God won't condemn us also. So let's actually it is written over here also. Do not judge others, and God will not judge you. Do not condemn others, and God will not condemn you. Alright, and then so on, the forgive one, and then the giving out to others one also. Alright, at verse 38, what is it talking about? At verse 38, it is talking about God will treat you like how you treat other people. Alright, now let's look at the last sentence of verse 38. The measure you use for others is the one that God will use for you. What does this sentence mean? This sentence means that, what we do to others, God will do that to you also. Basically, it means God will treat you like how you treat other people also. And then at verse 38, it also says the same thing. Do not judge others, and you will not judged by God. So basically verse 37 until verse 38 is asking us not to simply judge other people, and then it is also saying about God will treat you like how you treat other people. Alright, so this is the whole part of verse 37 until verse 38, and then it also talks about those people who do all these things: do not judge other people, don't condemn, forgive others, give to others. All these people are blessed. Alright, so this whole part is like this. Alright, so now let's go to verse 39 until verse 40 first. And Jesus told them this parable: one blind man cannot lead another one. If he does, both will fall into a ditch. No pupil is greater than his teacher, but every pupil, when he has completed his training, will be like his teacher. Alright, so this whole part, it is talking about Jesus giving out a parable. Alright, this is also the first time we see parable, this word. What is parable? Parable actually means a short story or something like a symbolic. Maybe the short story, there's something behind it, the meaning behind it. Basically it's like a short story that the teacher uses to help the students to understand more about what he's teaching. And then we can also see Jesus likes to use parables when he's teaching the crowd. Right? We can also see there's a lot of parables behind this, and then we are going to learn about a few parables in the Gospel of Luke after this. So actually we can know that Jesus likes to use parable when he is teaching. Alright, and this is actually one of them. One blind man cannot lead another one. If he does, both will fall into a ditch. Basically, Jesus is trying to say, if you are a blind man, can you lead another blind man? No, because both are blind, and then both of you can't see, and then after that you will fall into a ditch. This is what Jesus is trying to say, right? What is the meaning behind that? Let's see. Jesus is trying to say, make sure everyone follows the right teacher. This is the meaning behind it. So, when we want to follow someone, we must make sure that that someone have to be a correct teacher, have to be a good teacher, right? And then who is this good teacher? Who is this perfect teacher? It is actually referring to Jesus. So we must follow Jesus because he is the correct one. He is not the blind one, and he can lead you out of sin. If we follow a blind person, which is a not correct teacher or maybe a bad teacher, then it will lead us astray and then out of the truth. So we will fall into sin. This is what this part actually means. Alright, actually this part from verse 39 until verse 40, it has another meaning also. Alright, now let's see. Blind. What does blind mean? Blind can actually means or represent sin. If you are a person that maybe you sin, can you judge other people while they are sinning? No, you cannot, because you are living in sin also. For example, you like to lie to other people, and then when you see other people lying, can you judge them? No, because you live in sin also. You lie also. So that is the meaning of a blind cannot lead another blind. That means if you yourself sin, you cannot judge other people. Maybe you say, why you always go and lie? Why you always live in sin? You yourself also live in sin. How can you judge other people? This is what Jesus is trying to say. Okay, therefore, okay, if you yourself are living in sin, you cannot judge other people. Okay, and then you also cannot lead the other people out of sin because you yourself are living in sin. Okay, so this is the meaning behind this from verse 39 until verse 40. Okay, now let us continue. Verse 41 until verse 42. Why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but pay no attention in the log in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, please brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, yet cannot even see that the log in your own eye? You hypocrites! First take the log out of your own eye, and then you will be able to see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. Alright, at verse 41 until verse 42, actually it has almost the same meaning with verse 39 until verse 40. Okay, it talks about the same thing. Right, now Jesus is trying to say that, okay, let's read again. Okay, why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but pay no attention in the log of your own eye? Okay, that means, okay, your brother's eye, that means the person, okay, it has a speck in his own eye, and then you yourself have a log in your own eye. Okay, the speck and the log actually represent sin. Of course, log here, it means a greater sin. Right, so basically Jesus is trying to say that how can you judge other people when you yourself live in sin, and then plus this sin may be greater than the person's sin. Okay, that means, okay, you cannot judge other people while you are living in sin. While you are living in sin, and then how can you judge other people, right? And how can you lead other people out of sin when you are living in sin? It's actually the same meaning with this part. Okay, now let's continue. And actually, Jesus is trying to say that, okay, we can't even see that there's a lot in our own eyes, right? Now, Jesus is trying to point out this thing. That means a lot of time, maybe we want to judge other people. We point at other people's mistake, or we point at other people's maybe not maybe sometimes they sin, or maybe sometimes they fail. We point at other people and maybe judge them. But actually this is not a good thing to do. This is not the right thing to do, because maybe sometimes we ourselves also live in that sin. Maybe we ourselves also do something bad, and then a lot of time we point our finger at them and then we judge them. And this is what Jesus is trying to say. We must not do this, okay? Because if you yourself are living in sin, you cannot lead the other person too, because both of you are living in sin. How can you lead that person, and how can you judge that person? Right now, this is what Jesus is trying to say. Okay, so basically this whole part from verse 37 until verse 42, it talks about the same thing, which is we must not judge other people and always look at ourselves first. Are we doing this thing that we are judging other people? Maybe we say that, why you always steal things? Okay, we must think first. Are we stealing things also? Are we living in sin also? Are we greater than them? No, a lot of time actually no. We are also sinners. Everyone is sinner. Okay, so we must always repent and then ask for forgiveness from God, and then don't judge other people. If you really want to help that person, help them with love. Give them courage, and then help them with care. Okay, always pray for them, to ask God to give them strength, to help them to change their life. Alright, so this is the whole part of judging others. Okay, we must not judge other people after we learn this lesson. Alright, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and then if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Alright, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.